installing the solar panel for the Haloview, and I was just kind of looking at the real estate that I got here, and I'm glad that they give you the extension cable for the solar panel to reach down into the camera, because what it looks like I'm going to end up doing is putting it right over here, and here's why. So this cable right here is my antenna extension, which goes down. The camera is going to mount right there. So this comes off of the camera and goes all the way up the front, and then I've got the antenna up on the front cap. So if I put the solar panel here, I'm afraid it's going to be shaded by the Max Air cover. But if I offset it over there, I think I'll have clear shot at the sky, especially when we're at home. If I put it over here, then it's kind of in the way of the stairs and whatnot. So I think it's going to go there. And then what I'll do is I'll put some of this tape, I'll tape this down to the roof and then run it right alongside of that cable right there. And should be pretty easy to do. So I'm going to clean up the roof under there and install the magnet plate. And again, that's held on with that 3M. And that is not coming off. That is not coming off of there. It does give a screw-in option, but that's not going anywhere. And then the panel just, yeah, that's not going anywhere. Make sure that the panel's centered on that magnet and we're good. And then, of course, like I said, I'm going to tape this cable down. So if something does come loose, worst thing that's going to happen is it'll just move a, no, that's not coming off there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so we're going to put it where our old camera was. So there's our antenna. This is the magnet mount. It's going to fit over all of this perfectly right there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the 3M VHB tape, very high bond. And what they recommend is that once you stick it on, just let it cure for about 24 hours. And then we'll go ahead and come back tomorrow and mount the camera on there. These two holes right here were from the cover. So this hole was pre-drilled at the factory. And then this green wire right there, I'm going to use that to pull the wiring out if I ever need it in the future. But I just basically tucked that. It's a plug-and-play system. These 4 holes I drilled for our old camera, and then this plate I filled all these holes with silicone. This plate is going to cover all of those holes, and then I'll drop a bead of silicone around it so that nothing seeps in, but you can see that goes from edge to edge. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this, get it stuck on there, and then we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so that is on. And what I noticed is this ridge, you can see where there's lines in there, that will actually bend. So if you have like one of those sidings that's rippled, that appears that'll sit right inside of, because that's pretty pliable. But that covered very well. I'm just going to let that cure up. I'm going to come back in here and clean this with some goof off, then run a bead of sealant around here, and that'll be good. Now they do give you the option here and here if you'd like to screw that in. I don't think I'm gonna need to, because this feels super solid. Already it's not even cured up. So that's the install. I mean, literally, because all we have to do now is put the camera on here and then hook up the antenna and the solar panel. No tools required. The only thing about this job is you are going to have to get on a ladder. So if you're not comfortable on a ladder, get a buddy to do it. Okay, so we're up here on the ladder. We've got the camera all paired, ready to go. The magnet mount is set. Put it right in the center, and that should be good. And then we're going to connect the antenna. Okay, I've got the solar panel. I've got the cable running. I've just got it clipped into here real quick. That connects into the camera right there. And now we're just going to go see if we need to make any adjustments on the camera itself, so far as what I'm seeing in the back. But I should be generating power. Now, one thing that I did do is I figured out that you want the power button to be on the bottom. So I did flip that mirror thing again on the monitor. Power and everything's on the bottom. Makes total sense because it's a one tap to turn on, and that way you could do it while you're getting things set. So